Very good morning, Devyani ma'am. Welcome to Bharat Tex 2026. How has your experience been thus far at the event?
Bharat Tex is something we always look forward to. I think it's just the third edition, but the event has managed to showcase what India holds in strength in the textile sector, bring new narratives, and brings all the stakeholders together. I think experience is good. It's always exciting to see new innovations, what is happening in the industry, and the knowledge sessions are always something we look forward to.
That's great, ma'am. I hope Bharat Tex 2026 is just bigger and better than the previous editions. So, thank you for choosing to speaking to IFBEC. So, our first question to you would be that how does your organization bridge the gap between profit-driven operations and the urgent reality of planetary boundaries in today's fashion landscape?
So, I work for an organization called Center for Responsible Business. We are a think tank with the vision that businesses are sustainable in whatever we do, but we want to be a global leader that, we understand global developments, but contextualize them for our industry, right? And the textile sector is something that we work with very closely. When we talk about circular and sustainable textiles, I think it's very important to understand what is the local reality and context for India, right? That how do we build our own narrative? Our organization actually looks at research, it looks at multi-stakeholder engagement, it looks at training and capacity building when it comes to sustainability. Circular textiles is something that I look at. So we also look at policy inputs, but we are looking at a lot of cluster level engagement because the sector is very SME focused. And if we really want a circular and sustainable transformation, we have to look at solutions that work for SMEs and can be implemented by SMEs. So that is something that our organization looks at through capacity building, training, bringing awareness, trying to identify tools that work for SMEs and take their voices to other stakeholders where it matters.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Next question to you would be that what is that one systematic change in the supply chain transparency that you believe will finally turn the tide in greenwashing in this industry?
So I think we've heard enough yesterday and for a long time now that traceability is quite important. We have to be able to substantiate what that we are saying. So I think for the longest time we've not really been building a narrative. Now we are building one if we want to do it. So the biggest challenge is how do you take the entire supply chain along? I think a systemic change is that are there the right incentives for people to disclose, start measuring and talk about it? And two, is there trust that the data that they are going to supply is not going to be used against them, that there is no penalty rather than, there is an understanding that there will be collaboration and joint responsibility on addressing gaps. So I think incentives, trust and easy to manage tools for the SMEs, especially when it comes to data and understanding that it is important that whatever verified claims are actually quite important, and I think incentives actually bring that in quite well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really insightful. Our last question is a future looking question. So as per you, what is that most critical innovation or a behavioral shift that your organization, Center for Responsible Business, is setting to redefine sustainable success in this industry?
So I think one of the most important behavioral shifts is one, that sustainability is everyone's responsibility. I think we can't say that, okay, we're waiting for the government to set the policies. We can't say, okay, the industry has to do the right thing. Everyone has to look at sustainability together. So that is something that would be very important, and consumers are an important part of that, right? Because unless everyone talks about it, the other mindset shift that we would like and we are really hoping and encouraging is that when we look at sustainability, it is something that gives us a competitive advantage that helps us build our resilience. It's not something that we do only in response to compliance requirements that we are coming in. If we take charge of our narrative, if we have ownership of our narrative, then we are actually ready for any compliance or regulatory changes that happen outside. But I think we have to demonstrate leadership, we have to demonstrate the ambition, and we have to demonstrate the intent to take on sustainability and circularity.
Of course. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's very true because sustainable actions start from the very home, of course. Thank you so much for your insights, ma'am. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.
You too.